Hello everyone, it's Ulysses here. Normally, I don't try to make video responses to one individual considering I find it a waste of time trying to make something just for one individual person. It seems I was commented on by a person by the name of djsj, which I totally saw coming, by the way. It's true, once you make a video discussing your opposing thoughts of the commentary community, you're going to get lambasted for everything you say, which I find kind of ironic considering they claim to be these critics that can tell people that they just want to help them, yet when it comes to them saying that the commentary community has errors and they're trying to help them, trying to improve on these errors, they can't handle that. It's something I usually get a chuckle out of, but now on to djsj's video. I saw the whole thing and quite honestly I didn't find it at all well made. My main issue is that the video in itself was repetitive all around. Most of your commentary could have been summed up as, the commentary community isn't all about bashing, which doesn't really help your video at all, which considering you spent the entire video slandering me with remarks at my expense and even mocking my username, which some could see as bashing, which is exactly why I stated that I had a uvula fetish. It's true, I do have one, but I mainly said it because I knew if someone made a commentary on me, that's the first thing that they'd bash, that I exposed a fetish of mine. And you did. And you know something, I'm not ashamed of my kinks. I'm not ashamed to admit that I have a uvula fetish, and I'm not going to lie about not having one. I mean, obviously, I just opened it out for everyone to hear it. I'm not just going to take it back and say I lied about it. It's practically too late at this point, and no one would believe me if I said I lied, so it would be practically pointless to take it back at this point. And besides, I remember that Dark Angel of Light made a video stating she was a furry, yet nobody got under her for that. I guess it's because I'm the new kid, and obviously the new kid shouldn't be respected just yet, sorry. Which I find to be favoritism, which is another problem with the commentary community. A lot of favoritists, which they call out the Blackbuster critic for being a biased favoritist, but that's coming up in my next video when I state my thoughts about the console versus PC gaming war. So when you claim like that you're here that to help people, it doesn't help to bash a person, excluding yourself from that group of people that you say exist, and thus proving my points. And I know I repeated myself a few times, but djsj, that was most of your points in a nutshell during that entire video, and at least I came up with a couple of different arguments to bring up, unlike what I saw from your video, which was basically recycle and repeat. Another problem with your video is how you stated that couple of your arguments. One of your arguments in which you stated that drama only comes from the uploader and commentators just work with the uploader and the video that they uploaded. Yeah, I think you're forgetting, dear sir, that you're an uploader too. By uploading a commentary video, you, sir, are a contributor to uploading videos, making you an uploader. So, going by your logic, you can cause drama because you upload a video. Next time I might suggest wording something like that a little better next time. But I think the biggest problem is that when it came to bringing up examples of commentators you find should exceed my expectations, you kept name-dropping yourself, which came across to me as you being an egotist, which is not the best impression to give someone, especially someone just coming into a community like YouTube. I mean, yes, self-confidence is a good thing, but to say you're a critic who just wants to help a person isn't the best way to express yourself, especially to someone just joining the community, trying to get a first impression on a community. And obviously this is not the best first impression that I am getting from a person. However, when it comes to thinking that you are a person who just makes videos to critique a person and help them, you are not. Again, I saw your video, and you're not one of those people who make a video with constructive criticism, because constructive criticism implies you're sitting there looking at the video, not trying to derail a person and just telling them what's wrong. I'm not saying you have to like every point of it, but I do see bashing done in a constructive criticism video. But no point do I see bashing done in a constructive critical video. That's why it is called constructive. Constructive usually means building upon. And last time I checked, when you're constructing and you have someone bashing, the construction falls. Another problem is that you kept trying to say that there's critical and mature commentators. Well, you are forgetting one thing. I mentioned that later in the video. I mentioned I know people like Seaster91 and Roshitsu Rises, so you kept jumping ahead of yourself before you got all the facts, which does not make you come off as credible. I'm sorry, djsj, but nothing in your video I can actually take to heart, considering most of the time you just ended up proving my point. Whenever something is made on the commentary community, people like you are willing to take up a shield and arm to defend your community, not knowing what kind of consequence you may face later on. It could be someone like myself who found some issues with it and kindly pointing them out to you, or something else up the road. Again, I'm sorry, djsj, but you haven't convinced me. This is Evilicious. Thank you for your time.